That's the tile saw my brother lent me for my project. It's not great for large format tiles, but I made it work. Wife and I were having some drinks one night and decided to remodel our bathroom, build a shower, take out the old shower and tub. So that's what happens when you have too many drinks. I work for a cabinet shop where I do project development, and I do know how to order shower doors. I do know how to build cabinets, but other than that, I'm not a tile layer, electrician, plumber, framer, anything like that. I'm just a guy that watched a lot of YouTube videos and learned how to do it. So I started my project in November, right in the heart of winter. Any other time it would have really sucked. Spend that much time on a shower when you could be doing other things outside. I'm a husband, father, full-time employee. I don't get to work on my shower 8 or 10 hours a day every day. I do other things. Some days were 3 hours, some days were 4, some days were 8 or 10. Going through the video, I did leave out mentioning day 10. Day 10 was putting up the Wedi panels. That was a very long day. Also, I think I skipped day 17, so day 18 would be day 17, and so forth. We'll just go right through the days. At the end of the video, I'll show you the costs of doing the project and just kind of take you through it. It's day 1 of my shower remodel project. We're gonna get rid of that shower and get rid of the tub, put the shower here. I'm gonna build a little half wall in front with a frameless shower glass door, and this will become a closet. I'm not going to do anything with the floor, so I'm not sure what to do with the floor underneath the shower. There's a guest bathroom behind this wall with the tub up against it, and I'd like to increase the tub enclosure by 1 foot, so I'll need to build a wall coming off this way 1 foot and back down that direction, and when I get to the other bathroom remodel, that wall will be in place. And today, get rid of the tub and establish the drain, and I might be able to get a can light in today too. So it's the end of day 1. I got the tub out by myself. I didn't really salvage it. It's all busted. Well, I broke it up enough to get it out, carry it down the stairs by myself. I got the drain cut off, and it looks pretty simple from here. Just elbow it over and elbow it up, and it should be good to go. And just put it 12 inches away from the wall. Capped off the water line, so I got working water in my house, and got a can light in. Alright, so this is the end of day 2. I was going to take it pretty light today, watch some of the Seahawks game, but I turned it on and they were up 28-0 on Minnesota, so I just kept working. Got all the drywall out, took the tub and the drywall to the dump. Well, most of the drywall. Still got to figure out what to do right there and over there where the wall's going to meet. This is just a mock-up wall, just so that my wife could say yay or nay, or change it around, whatever. I got my new top floor plywood right there. It didn't quite fit, but done battling for the day. Alright, so it's the beginning of day 3. We're having a cookie party at the house, and I got about 2.5 hours until I need to get the house ready for the party. Supposedly there's a plumber coming to the party, so I'd like for him to have check out my drain and make sure it's good to go. So my work today is going to be taking down the mock-up wall, which my wife signed off on, and getting the subfloor dry fit and getting the plumbing drain dry fit. All right. Alright, day 4 of the shower project, day after the cookie party. The plumber did show up to the cookie party and he helped me redo my drain work. And it's a ton better than what it was before. So I'm very thankful for that. And it's going to be another light day. Just pretty much going to prep all the walls, just do the shimming, cut back the drywall where I need it, and maybe frame that wall, the front wall. We'll see, but just kind of getting cleaned up and going as far as I can while leaving my existing shower functional for the week. It's day 5, Friday afternoon. Mandatory operations today include cutting the standpipe per Wedi directions 1/8 of an inch above the subfloor, and then dry fitting the standpipe with the subfloor and the Wedi shower pan and drain to make sure it all goes together. All right, day 6, Saturday morning. I got everything dry fit in there, and I've been doing a test on my drain, and I got these shims in here because I really got to pull that standpipe back to center it in there. So I wanted to mimic what it's really gonna look like when the assembly goes together, and I got water in there. So I'm testing that right now, and we're gonna be doing some plumbing, take out the old shower. I'm gonna frame in this wall. A lot to do today, so we'll get to it. End of day 6. I got most of my goals done. That wall is just temped up there. I gotta actually fasten it for real tomorrow. Got the shower out. I got most of my blocking for my plumbing fixtures. Didn't get to the plumbing. I'll do that tomorrow morning. It'll be easy. I've got all the parts. The main thing I got done today was get that damn pan in and get the drain in. Alright, it's day 8, 5:30 a.m. Christmas Eve. I got the drain done. I pretty much just had to screw in the mechanism. I don't know what I was thinking. It just screwed in, tighten it down, leave it, done. Got some water lines in, and that's where I pretty much left off. And I did get the shower pan out. I'm going to be moving this wall over to the right 8 inches to allow me some flexibility if I decide to remodel the other bathroom. It'll give me some space for a larger tub or shower enclosure. So I'm going to concentrate on this side of the room today. Okay, we're still on day 8. I got my vent relocated. And got my little walls up, and I just want to take a quick video before I start closing things up. Day 9, Christmas morning. I got a couple hours before Grandma shows up, so I'm gonna finish screwing this drywall off. I just tacked it up while little boy was taking a nap yesterday. Didn't want to make too much noise. Finished tying this wall together and put a sheet of 1/2 inch ply on the face. It's day 11, just doing a quick session here after work. I spent all day Saturday putting up this Wedi board, and went through 13 things of the sealant, just cutting and grinding away, and it's a little more work than you would think by watching the instructional video, but I've got it mostly in. This sealant is just gooey and messy as crap. I had it all over my hands. I got some high spots. I know that doesn't look beautiful, but I'm gonna take an orbital sander and sand down some of the high stuff and get my curb in. I didn't get that done either. I actually ran out of sealant. Had to get 3 more tubes. So I'm just gonna kind of finish up with this Wedi stuff today. I've been flood testing the shower pan since yesterday morning, and the water really hasn't receded from my original water line, which is about right here. So I think the shower pan is solid. I'm going to release the water and go downstairs in the kitchen, and through a can light I can keep an eye on the drain and make sure it's not leaking there. Day 12, gonna do some taping on the drywall. I can tell I got a touch of the cold, so I'm not super motivated, but I do have my shower wall tile, and I'm gonna practice in the garage cutting and bullnosing and all that good stuff, and get some skill before I go for the walls, which might be tomorrow. Day 13, I already got my second coat of mud on the wall this morning. I'm gonna be putting in the weedy corner seat, and also gonna try to tile it, and then just kind of wrap up and hit the tile hard next weekend. Day 14, doing some tiling today. I did get the tile on the corner seat. Day 15, I would have liked to have gotten more tile on the wall, but I had to learn some things, broke a few tiles, and had some fun. So I've got that wall done, around the seat done. Nothing on this wall. And today will be somewhat of a half day. Day 16, gonna get some tile on the wall. I'd like to get 3 rows on that front wall. Maybe 4 more rows on that end wall. And get 1 more row on this wall, which will get me up to my more intricate cuts for tomorrow. And if I have any material left, any mortar left, I'll do another row or 2 on the back wall. Day 18. I got a bunch of tile cut yesterday that I'll be putting on this morning. So this wall should be getting pretty close to being done. I knew it was going to be a journey when I chose this style of wall, but it's the path I took, and we'll get through it. Back wall should probably go up pretty nicely today too. 19, the wife and I have been cleaning up the tile throughout the week, here and there. Scraping out the mortar. We got some floor tile picked out, so with any luck that'll be going in today. But first I'll finish up the top of that wall and the back wall, and work on the bottom row hopefully tomorrow. Shower pan test number 2. I've had water in this pan for 24 hours, and it's right on that pencil line right there in the middle of the screen. So I'm 100% sure that the pan is waterproof, at least up to that line, but it's good to go. 20, I didn't get the floor down, but I do have all my pieces cut, so that should go in first thing. Probably need to get some tile around the curb inside and out if I'm going to have any chance of getting the last tile down by tomorrow. Day 21, I got that end wall done, front of the curb, also the, it's kind of hard to see, isn't it? Alright, there we go, the back of the curb, and that inside piece. And I've got a lot of the lower perimeter pieces cut, as well as the ones to finish off the inside of the window. I don't have anything for the inner niche yet. So the floor I had down yesterday, and I just didn't really feel good about what I did as far as thin set coverage. I used this trowel that I had in my garage, and it's just the wrong thing, and just woke up in the middle of the night thinking I didn't do it right. So I pulled it all up and cleaned the tile, scraped the floor and cleaned the floor, and it only took me about an hour, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. It should just go back down fine with a different trowel. Not going to let it worry me too much. Yeah, the wife and kid wanted to do something today, but I wanted to be done with tiling, so I guess the clock is ticking. It's day 22, Thursday after work. I gotta get my quartz ledges glued in today so that I can get the rest of my tile sizes determined. Last Sunday I finished with the floor. The perimeter pieces around the bottom are mostly in, and it just got real messy on Sunday. Tile demons were talking to me, so I just had to call it quits and go out with the family. Day 23, it's Friday, got off work around noon. The rest of the tile will be going in today. I've got a lot of the cardboard templates here for my tile sizes. I got some of the tile cut already. So the inner niche is coming along nicely. I just got 2 tile left for that, and then 6 for the window. Before I get started, I gotta modify my drain sleeve a little bit to get it centered into my drain and mortar that in. Day 24, I've spent a couple hours picking away at the grout lines, getting them all clean. So it's time for grout. I got this Fusion Pro, a lot of negative reviews online. So I'm gonna kind of work some into the face of this test piece here and see if I can get it clean, because people say it's impossible to clean off. Then kind of get started on the grout. I don't think I'm gonna get too far. I got other things around the house. Day 25, I got my grouting done. I use this Fusion Pro. I really like it. It dries quick, about 15 minutes from the time you put it in until it's hard. I can just shape it as it's drying, and it just really talked my language. So happy with that. If you're using some textured tile, you know, it's going to dry up in the grain and be really tough to get off, so be aware. I got my shower door. I'm going to try to get that on. And I got backing behind the hinge, the upper hinge right there, but I don't feel totally comfortable with it, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut back into my wall here and reinforce the backing before I get it on. Day 26, I got my backing solidified in here, good enough, and I got all my holes drilled for my hinges and for my slide bar, and now I'm going to hang the fixtures, door, and grout the floor with the custom CEG light. Alright, so my last video was Saturday morning. Obviously things look different. Saturday morning I put a second bead of the caulk around the ceiling and the perimeter here. With this stuff, it takes forever to dry. I also got the fixtures hung and the door on, and that went pretty smoothly. The nipple for the water supply was a little short, so I adjusted the depth from the backside here, which is a lot of the reason why this is still open. And I also put the CEG custom light epoxy on the floor, and the results are great. It was a little challenging to work with, especially at the end, but really happy with the results. On Sunday morning I put the 100% silicone gray stone by custom around the floor, and also in the quartz areas up here, inside the niche, and then on Monday morning I put my first coat of paint around the perimeter, and I also touched up the silicone around the bottom again. And on Tuesday I painted the entire ceiling, and the window, well, since the beginning I wanted to put a piece of glass in there with a space around it, but I wasn't sure if it was going to spray water out. I'm pretty sure it will work with the space, so I'm going that direction with clamps, and I just got to peel the tape off and give this one more wipe down, and this shower is ready to go. Okay, so I'm pretty much done counting days. We've been using the shower, it's working out great. I'll get into that in a little bit. Today I'm going to just open up the access in the floor a little wider. There will be access in the bottom of my cabinet. There will also be access in the side of my cabinet, so I can still get back here and just keep an eye on the plumbing. I do know how to paint walls, and I definitely know how to build cabinets, so I expect this to go pretty quick. Today I'm going to finish the sand and cap off the plumbing in there. This still got a P-trap on it. So tomorrow we'll prime, texture, maybe paint. Also get a shelf or a cabinet going, and then sometime next week I'll put the face on the cabinet and that'll be done. Alright, so I got my shell of my cabinet in here, and typically I wouldn't do a cabinet like that. I'd have it all complete before I brought it in, but it's my house and I'm allowed to do it that way, so we put paint on the walls, painted the ceiling again, and today I'm going to put the window in there, and tomorrow I'll be building drawer boxes and shelves for my cabinet, and I won't have a face until next weekend. You know, touch up the window caulk and put the baseboards on over there and around here, which I already have. Today I'm going to put the edges and faces on the cabinet and caulk the baseboards, and that should pretty much wrap up my project. Alright, so here's the completed project. I finished right at the end of February, started at the end of November, so it took me pretty much exactly 3 months. Really happy with the results. Got the cabinet done, it turned out good. Just a ton of deep storage back here. The drawers are kind of loud. Use these KV side mount self-closing. The shower door, you know, I wasn't sure if I was going to need extra weather stripping on the sides here, but I don't, so I'm really happy about that. One less thing to keep clean, and there's hardly any water that gets outside, maybe just a dribble when you push the door out. You might just get a dribble right there. Same thing with the window, no water even hardly jumps up on that ledge at all. The tile is Surface Art Grigio, and it is awesome. It's commercial grade, impervious. It's, you know, way over the top for a shower application, but the surface is really nice. It nothing seems to stick to it. Super easy to keep clean. We've been showering in here for a few weeks, and I haven't taken any chemical cleaner to wipe down anything. It just seems like the tile just stays clean almost magically. Same with the floor, the grout. I haven't seen any like soap scum build up. It just cleans itself. Pretty nice. So I probably could have put a little more tilt on the bench there. The only thing you use it for is putting your feet up on. And all right, I'll take you through some of the expenses here. You see the total up there, $4,810. You know, framing stuff I got from Home Depot. The can light I got from Home Depot off the blue light special. Probably want to budget about $100 for that. The plumbing, yeah, I've got 2 of everything because I'm not a plumber and I always get the wrong stuff. The Weddy, I had a connection on that. I paid less than retail. The tile, you know, I work for a general contractor, so I had an in on that too. So I got a bit of a break on all of that stuff. I wanted to talk about those leveling clips. I got them from Home Depot. They have like a rounded back, and they require you to have a thin set bed of like 1/4 to 5/16 of an inch, which it just makes for more work. if I did it again, I would get the kind with the flat back and use a lot less thin set, a lot less time. I also had it in on the glass, so I paid less in retail for that. The fixtures, I just went online and found the best deal. The cabinet, obviously, I know what I'm doing there. The tools, carry on to this page. So most contractors would just build a flat panel glass where I've got that wall there. And the reason why they do that is because it saves a ton of time and money. That wall obviously has a lot of intricate corners, tile cuts, glass, niche. On the outside corners here, I had to polish all of those with a dry sanding kit, and it's really messy. I pretty much had to go outside the garage, shut the garage door, and then do my sanding on the tile edges all outside the house, one by one. I found out that the only disc that I needed was 100 grit, although I bought, you know, an $80 kit that had everything up to like 2,000, not necessary for this tile. I did all mine with 100 grit, and I like the way it came out. So that's my project.